Hello everybody, I'm SolitaryFalcon, and in today's video, I've chosen my favourite levels from LEGO Stars of a Complete Saga. I have selected one level from each of the 6 episodes, starting with the prequel trilogy and ending with the original. Now these levels are my personal favourite, but I think they are also the best in the Complete Saga. Do drop a like if you've gone to enjoy today's video, and leave a comment on what your favourite level is. Right then, let's get into it. Before I begin, I'll just give an honourable mention to Negotiations for being a great introduction to the game and for laying the foundations for all future LEGO games. But the best level from episode 1 has to go to Darth Maul. So the very first boss in the game is also the final level in the Phantom Menace, and there are so many areas in this level to make it really engaging and fun to play through. So you start out on this platform where you have to deflect battle droid blasters and use the Force on Darth Maul. And the entire design of the level is just amazing, especially as you're progressing your way through the different areas. They really did capture the scene from the movie to perfection. If there was one criticism I would have, is the section where you had to fight all the battle droids and the droidicas. So the commander keeps on calling reinforcements until you eliminate them, and after chasing him for the entire level, you finally get to have the boss fight with Darth Maul. And this section follows exactly the same as in the beginning, but has a lot more combat sequences and force puzzles. But the main reason why this level is taking the spot on this list is for Duel of the Fates. This iconic soundtrack is playing throughout the entire level, and this easily makes Darth Maul the best level from the Phantom Menace, but it also makes it one of the best boss fights, not just in the Complete Saga, but throughout all LEGO games. And the final cutscene where Qui-Gon Jinn dies is without doubt one of the saddest moments in LEGO game history. There can be no doubt that the best level from episode 2 is none other than Gunship Cavalry. I'm joking, it's actually Jedi Battle. So the Geonosis Arena has been one of the most iconic levels in LEGO Star Wars and has featured in many games, including the Clone Wars and the most recent edition, the Skywalker Saga. So in the Complete Saga, you start off by going around saving Anakin, Obi-Wan and Padme, before having to contend with wave after wave of droids, and this level is just an action-packed adventure with so much fighting taking place that you won't be disappointed. And at the end of the level, you get to have a boss fight with Jango Fett, so this is the second time you face him in the game, the previous time being on the Kamino level, where you had to deal with both Jango and Boba Fett, who was in the ship. But I prefer the boss fight in the Geonosis Arena because you get to play as Mace Windu, and the fight itself was more fun and engaging. This level nails the title Jedi Battle to perfection, and that is why it is definitely taking the spot on this list. We are halfway through our list, and episode 3 probably has the best level in the entire game, and that goes to Darth Vader. Darth Vader is the only level in this game that involves a time trial involving you and your partner, so you both have to work together to make your way through the level, because if one of you dies then you'll be sent back to the checkpoint to start again. So you start out in this corridor and you have to navigate your way to the other side of the room, and I guarantee you that you probably would have died in this segment at least once, or twice, or quite a few times. And the early stages of the level are really fun to play through, but I think with the clock running down throughout the entire level, there is a sense that when you're doing the puzzles they feel harder than what they actually are. And the entire level design is just perfect, especially when you go to the outside where you have to navigate across the lava. And once you've gone across all the platforms, you get to have a boss fight with Anakin Skywalker. So if you've been playing this level with either co-op or 2-player, then the final boss fight is you and your friend fighting one another. And Darth Vader is without doubt one of the best levels from LEGO Stars for Complete Saga, and that is why it is taking the spot on this list. We now move on to the original trilogy, and A New Hope has some great levels to choose from. The first level, Secret Plans, sees you help R2-D2 and C-3PO escape the ship from the stormtroopers. You have one where you get to enter the iconic Mos Eisley Cantina Bar, and you have not one but 2 levels inside the Death Star. But out of all of these great levels to choose from, the one that I've selected to be the best is Through the Jutland Wastes. So in the Complete Saga, your main enemies that you'll be fighting are either the battle droids in the prequel trilogy or the stormtroopers in the original. But in this level, your main enemies are the Tusken Raiders, and that makes this level feel quite different from all the others. On top of this, the level actually takes you inside the sandcrawler, and there are so many puzzles and areas to explore once you get inside as you go about rescuing R2-D2 and C-3PO. Although do watch out for the Jawas, because if you're R2-D2 or C-3PO, then they will try and continuously stun you, and the entire sandcrawler section could have been an entire level on its own. At the end of the level, you actually get to navigate across the quicksand to Ben Kenobi's home, and this adds to the amazing desert design that the level already has. And I think Through the Jutland Waste is one of the most underrated levels in the Complete Saga. It has so many great puzzles and areas to explore, and that is why it is definitely taking the spot on this list. So this was an easy one to pick, as the best level from episode 5 is Cloud City Trap. So this one is very similar to the Darth Maul fight, where you are chasing Vader through different areas of the level. So you start out having to use R2-D2 to blow smoke on Darth Vader, and I think the main difference with the Darth Maul fight is that the second player is used to greater effect. The puzzles and platforming sections require you to switch between R2-D2 and Luke Skywalker, and this makes the level more fun and engaging, unlike other boss fights, especially in the areas when you are fighting Darth Vader. And yes, there will be stormtroopers keeping you company throughout the entire level. And the cutscene at the end where Vader reveals he's Luke's father and he shows him the picture of him and Padme is one of the funniest cutscenes in the Complete Saga. So Darth Vader is definitely a great boss fight and one of the best levels from beginning to end, and that is why it deserves to be on this list. We have made it to the final part, and I think Return of the Jedi has the best levels out of all of the episodes. You have the one where you rescue Han Solo from Jabba's palace and have a great fight at the end with the Rancor. You get to fight over the Sarlacc pit on the different barges with another boss fight, this time with Boba Fett, and you have the final level where you get to destroy the Death Star again. But out of all of these great levels, the one that I'm choosing to be the best is Jedi Destiny. So the final boss fight in the game sees you face Emperor Palpatine as either Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader, and this is the only time in the story mode where you get to play as a Sith Lord. The level sees you follow the Emperor across different areas of the throne room. The one that stands out is where you have to navigate across the electrified floor. The grim design of the level is combined perfectly with the Emperor's soundtrack playing in the background. And you get to fight the Emperor's Royal Guard, who are a lot tougher than the stormtroopers or battle droids that you face in the other boss fights, and I would definitely recommend using Darth Vader when trying to deal with them. Emperor Palpatine is definitely one of the best final bosses in all LEGO games, and that is why Jedi Destiny is being considered one of the best levels from the Complete Saga. So those were my best levels from LEGO Stars of the Complete Saga. Let me know below in the comments what your favourite level is. If you have gone to enjoy today's video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day and hope to see you all very soon.